to lose. I pray to God these demons get up off of me. Then my blood brothers, gang members, they a spark for me. You can't live my life, but you can't walk up in the dark with me. Boy, I done did some shit that I can't talk about. And if we beefing, ain't no talking. I'll seen killers at your mama house and catch you while you walking out. Yeah, and if we beefing, ain't no talking. I'll seen killers at your mama house and catch you while you walking out.
Yeah, walk them down.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Alexia, and we are back with another episode of DaCave podcast. And on today's show, we have a very special guest, Mr. John Albert. Everybody knows who John Albert is. He is the man with the plan, the guy who runs Mo Better Sports. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy to be on.
Yes, we're excited to have you on. Today is a very interesting show. We got a lot of questions to ask you, a lot of hot topics. I just want to dive deeper into your mindset with you being, a videographer, being a coach, the historic runs you have with, Rashawn and everything else. But before we get into that, I do have to introduce my two lovely co-hosts, Mr. Mino and Taj Mahad. Everybody give a round of applause for my guys.
Yo,
Hey, you
what's
gotta
up?
live. I approach up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah,
is exciting.
yeah,
I just
you
told
tripping.
y'all, before
Did
the
you?
show, I am
Nah,
Hey,
host.
We
live,
gon' we
we
gon'
sorry. This the cave energy. Did we in here with just hey John, how you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm good, man. It's Sunday fun day. So
Sunday fun
I
day.
finally got a chance to set aside some time for you.
Ooh,
hey,
yes,
So we can
sir.
make this happen because you kind of cutting in my time a little bit, but I ain't
Hey,
I
that's
ain't
what
gonna
business look
complain.
like.
I was one sitting in your seat trying to get people to interview, so I understand the grind and the hustle.
no, for sure, man. Hey, look, thanks for coming on the show, though, man. Hey, look, like I said, we've been trying to get you on the show for ages. You're a busy man. His family,
Yeah,
this, basketball, this, coaching, this, everything you do, man. You're a busy man, but that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to, like she said, we want to get deep into who you are today, man. No, everybody got to know who John is, baby. By the time we leave here, we ain't gonna leave nothing to say. You gonna see
yeah.
it. Yeah. Todd, what's up, baby?
Man, look, I'm here. Look, this special for me though. I don't even know if people know you coach me, John.
Yeah, they
Ooh.
don't know. I coach a lot of people in St. Louis though, so you know what I'm saying. But Toms was one of my old sharpshooters back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Little
10
baby
years
Steph.
ago.
Yeah, little baby Steph. Sit.
Yeah, hey, I told you,
Yeah, hit the game.
Nice,
Ooh.
Was it like the game winner or something in districts against CA?
Ooh.
No, 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 no.
Tournament?
I hit the bring us down from 8.
Yeah, okay. That's close enough.
Orlando with the second one, and then Tay with the big bucket.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Todd, you can shoot like me.
I mean, we're gonna talk about that later on in the summer, man. I'm not gonna get into that with you.
I'm still probably the best shooter on the podcast, period, though.
Hey,
That's
We'll
crazy.
talk about that another day.
Yo, yeah, you can't be doing stuff like that. You
nah,
tripping.
we're gonna get into that when we know. I feel like we
Yeah.
need to have a whole little group of this.
Yeah, he tripping. We're gonna
nice.
have to we're gonna have to put the Cave podcast, we do live streams. We're gonna have to put that on, 3-point contest. And Todd's been trying to get one together anyway. I mean, we can add you to that list if you
It
think you
ain't
can
nothing
shoot
to it.
that
It ain't nothing
thing.
to it but to do it.
No,
Light,
for so.
light
And we're
work.
gonna go ahead and get on with the show though. Lex, take us off with the first question, you hear me?
All right. Our first question of the night is Kursky had a pro am first. He had a team called the Outlaws that was the best team in the pro am, brought in all the pros. Do you remember that squad? Let's talk about it a bit. I know I read that so wrong. I am so sorry.
But that's
Actually,
crazy.
we
Whoever
read it
name I
good.
just said, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
John gonna tell you a little bit about Kirksey.
he had some killers on there. If I am mistaken, he had like Randy Reed, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to say he had Clag on there. Played on Erwin Claggett played on that team. Um, he definitely had some heavy hitters when it comes to the Outlaws. They was one of the big dogs in the old program. They ran it for a long time. I think Bonner played with the Outlaws also.
They had it like that.
Yeah. They was loaded. They was top heavy for sure. Like top heavy. I
Would
want to say had to play with them too a little bit. If I ain't mistaken.
All right.
I
So
think
would
he,
you
Kersey was bringing in everybody.
oh yeah, he had a little bit of everybody that played with the Outlaws for sure.
And
would
where
you
was
consider
this the
that
first?
team?
My bad, me. No, go ahead.
Would you consider that team like the best team that session, that league that season
Back then, yeah.
back then?
Wasn't nobody touching them. Like
No, for sure.
wasn't nobody touching the Outlaws back then. What they had, you know what I'm saying? Like if you fast forward it and look at it and say, you know, how they fare versus everybody else in the future after that, it'd be some arguments. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Rashad Stars teams would be some arguments. Um,
You're not gonna put them Vashawn teams in the arguments.
Rashawn won in 1 year with all high school kids.
Mm.
Hey,
Like,
Hold
that's
on, man.
insane.
And
yeah,
we're gonna get into that a little bit
yeah,
later, though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's
So I mean,
crazy.
it could vary, but the Outlaws, yeah, they had a bunch of grown men. I mean, you had some pros on there, you had some overseas guys on there. Like, wasn't nobody touching the Outlaws on what they had back in the day.
So where was the first pro am? Where was it set at? Because I still don't know.
I could not tell you that. That's crazy. I know it was once played at Vashon
Yeah, I know it
early
was for a
on.
little bit.
I couldn't tell you, and it's crazy because you know I used to once own a program myself.
Yeah, I know.
I actually had it after Kersey. But that's crazy. I could not tell you where it was at. I
Do
could not
anybody
tell you
remember the
where
first year that the pro am actually was actually live? Like when was the first time they had the pro am?
I couldn't tell you, man.
That's crazy. That's been going on that long.
I would have had to make some phone calls to research that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's been
I know,
going on so long.
I know back in the day then, like Kersey and Floyd Earns was, you know what I'm saying, doing it together or whatever. So you know how they go. It was definitely at Vashon for a long time before they started moving into other places or whatever. But that mug was strapped, man, with teams. It was sponsored. They all had uniforms and all that, which I think the league need to go back to, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so the pro am, man, you know, it's a special thing. It could be real special if they ever figured out the business component of it.
Hey,
Uh,
I I got a question.
what's up?
You say you ran it back then. Was it difficult to run it? Because we had Big Game on here, and he was like speaking to the fact like teams not being able to pay, guys not wanting to come play, um, people not wanting to, you know what I'm saying, pay the refs, things like that. Was it those same things back in the day?
I mean, you know, I keep it funky, man. My actual Mo Better Sports name originated from the pro am. Like it was
Mm,
originally the Mo Better Pro am. That's what
mm.
it actually, started out as. And yeah, it was tough, man. Like just to keep it a buck and keep it 100% honest. Like catching a pro am, you know what I'm saying? They wanted it to be ran like a nigga league, to be
Mm,
100% honest and transparent. And like
mm,
Elaborate on that a little bit.
they
thanks.
wasn't big on expansion. You know what I'm saying? Like when I had
Mm,
that joint, it was 16 teams in there,
Right.
18 teams in there actually. Um, and I was moving towards um, trying to get it ran like the NBA. You know what I'm saying? As far as expanding, we had teams from Springfield, we had a team from Kansas City coming in and playing. Like
mhm,
like we was loading that joint up, but then we was trying to add more teams also. And you know how it is. You know some of the guys in the league they was worried about it being watered down and all that, but I was trying to tell them, you know, it's like any business. Like in the NBA, you got 32 teams in the NBA. How many of the teams are actually top heavy good? Maybe 12.
Fact.
the
Maybe
rest
maybe 12.
the rest of the teams are just driving up the market and the value of the league as far as adding, exposure to the league. And
Right.
a lot of them, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but from my lens, they didn't really want to understand the business aspect of it, as far as exposure to not just the black community, not just being a black league, but actually being a league for the city. Period. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you were
Like
trying to change the demographic of it.
I was trying to change the demographic of it. Period. Especially from a
Mhm.
business standpoint. Like I had, companies like Allstate and different companies coming in. They actually watched the league and was like, "Oh, there's something they can get behind." But
Mm.
And that brings the
it
pros too.
yeah, it went
Right.
the way it went. You know what I'm saying? Like it probably was a little sour grapes for me at one
Mm.
point, but then I got over it, and it ain't do nothing but make me focus on the youth after that. To
Mm-hmm.
be honest, like I'm like, let me get out this adult business and go on to this youth where people are gonna appreciate it a little more as far as what you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to do for the community.
So I have a quick question for you. It made me want to ask you, like, do you feel like there's a political side to the pro am? Because I know last week, like Tone said, Big Game was on here, and I remember him making a comment about how the guy who he was with was saying we don't want any like small fries on there, like on the in the pro am. But I personally, I feel like I agree with you. I feel like in order to drive like a business up in marketing, you gotta allow like some of the lesser decent or lesser talented teams to be involved, because I personally feel like what that does, I feel like it brings a wider variety of like talent from across the bridge to travel over to St. Louis. And I know that was something that a lot of the pros were saying, like, it's not much to do in St. Louis. But I personally feel if we could get more people that's not from here to come and experience, hey, what St. Louis is like they got a fire pro am,
Thanks.
all the pros coming to play. They got little hole in the wall spots. And I personally feel like St. Louis is actually a good city. Granted, some of the people kind of make it a little rough, but there's plenty of stuff to do here. People just have to, want to go out and explore and see. Because I find new things almost every other week, and I was born and raised here, and I'm still finding new places here. So I wanted to ask, do you feel like there's like a political like lid on the pro am? Like, hey, unless you're this caliber player or you know such and such, or you got X amount of money or whatever, you can't get into the league.
Oh, it's 100% political, but it's BS political though. Like to be honest, like the coaches run the league, so like
Right.
that's the biggest problem. Like if they're running the league, then they not really acceptable as far as like they're not good at receiving the structure part of it. And I'm only telling you off experience from me actually running it. Like they didn't want to conform to certain things, and then if one didn't like it, they got 3-4 other people not to like it, and then next thing you know, it was, well, we don't want to do that. Like I went through a whole like whole summer of drama of it. People wanted to say do it this way, do it that way, and
Mm-hmm.
the league was running fine.
Nobody coming to do it.
No, we was doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Like we
No,
having
I'm
to go
not saying
down.
you, but I'm saying people throwing these ideas
Yeah,
at you,
but it
but
wasn't
never
just
wanting to come in and actually help.
no, it wasn't just throwing ideas. It was if we didn't want to do it how they wanted it done, then it was more like let's get 4 or 5 people to vote on doing it this way, and then they want to move in a different direction. Like one year I had paid for paid the NCAA stuff, insurance, all that, and they jumped to a whole new league.
Hmm?
Yeah, yeah.
They jump to a whole new. How they do that?
They went and started their own thing. They had meetings. Next thing you know, it was other people running it. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
like I said, it's business is business, man. So like I never really it was sour grapes for a minute for a second, but I understand business, so it wasn't no point in being mad or upset at people not over basketball. It was some money loss as far as insurance stuff, but I took it as a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Mm.
be careful who you get in bed with when it come to running business stuff. Um, and when people don't accept it, you just got to move how you move. You know what I'm saying? It ain't stop my grind or my hustle as far as doing events and continue to do things. It just made me focus on something else, and that's
No, for
just
sure.
what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like the league, like when I had the league, you like the one year we had it at I had it at Woes, and you know what I'm saying. We had Duke point guard come in. We had Jordan
What I'm
Clarkson coming
saying.
in. Like that mug was lit. We had rival week where like we played you know what I'm saying, like cross conference games. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had it running the way it was supposed to be ran, man. You know, it went the way it went. If I could do it all over again, it'd probably be some stuff I would do a little different. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the business aspect component, you know, I was on point with taking it to the next level. It's just we get in our own way, to be honest. And I'm talking about this like us as people, not it wasn't really pointing the
Mm-hmm.
finger at no one person. It was a collective effort
For
as far
sure.
as them wanting to do what they did. They moved and I was like, it is what it is. I moved on from it.
For sure.
I mean,
What's
so with you saying that, my bad, Alex, but with you saying that, and she just said, was it political, right?
Yeah.
But I always felt like, as far as the politics went with playing in the pro am, there was a certain stature that you had to hold to even play in the pro am. And so
Yep.
now it's like, I think the biggest aspect of guys are, why are all of these guys from all the rec leagues in the pro am? This don't make no sense for us. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, it was all pros or big names and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well,
you know,
well, back then it was more of a standard. You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
you had to be with a certain group. You know what I'm saying? Like to be honest with you, the red guys that they did allow to get in back then, even when I was running,
Mhm.
they had to go play. They had to play with Lovejoy.
ah,
You know what I'm saying? Like because they always didn't have a lot of players, and so we'll send them over there.
Okay.
You know, you playing with Lovejoy on his
see what
team.
you do, and you might get picked up if you actually hoop or something.
But other than that, yeah, you wasn't getting on the Trotters. You wasn't getting on the Stars. You wasn't getting on the V. You wasn't getting on not even Wilson, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
hmm
nah,
It won't
it
happen.
wasn't gonna happen. So, but I mean, it's like I said, it's different now because like y'all got all these different men's leagues,
A
and
lot.
and then they come and play in the pro am. It ain't the same.
It ain't
Like,
the same.
nah, it ain't. It ain't the
100%.
value of it ain't even the same
And
because
we,
of that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it do got to be some type of standard.
yeah, we gonna
Okay.
get into that a little bit later too. We're gonna get into that. Yeah.
so
Show
with
that
that
topic a
kind
little
of leads
bit
me to
deeper.
our next topic that we have for you with the next question. Um, Do you feel like this is a legit reason? Wait, do you feel this is a legit reason to why we can't get pros to come and play in the pro am because of some of the things that we were just discussing and what we were talking about? You know, like Ty said, just letting any and everybody come into the pro am. Like you said, it kind of being a little too. I don't really want to say too hood, but like you said, kind of too hood to aspect. Because last week when we were talking the big game, he definitely made it a point to where people like JT, Jason Tatum, was like, I would plan it, but I don't want to get hurt. And then, when you got people that's looking at some of the people that are in the program, they're a little loose to me. Like they the type of people that are, they gonna bump you overly aggressively. They might, try to push you while you in the air and stuff like that. So do you feel like this is like some of the things that we have just discussed is a reason why we can't get other pros and even the pros that are from the St. Louis area to come back and play in these games?
I mean, everybody like a little hood though. Let's don't get it twisted.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with a little hood,
Ain't
but
nothing
Yeah,
wrong
I'm not
with
saying
it.
it is.
but
I'm
you gotta
just
have
saying
a
what
little
we can.
structure with the hood though.
Yeah.
Let's just
Mhm.
call it what it is. And if it ain't no structure, part of it, you know what I'm saying. If you ain't got no real major sponsorship kind of backing it and pushing it, uh, having the resources to reach out to certain players to get them in town. You can get guys in St. Louis for a weekend. It's stuff.
That's what
It's
I'm
stuff to do.
saying.
Let's not get it twisted. It's stuff to do for them for a weekend. You know what I'm saying? It ain't stuff to do for a whole month. They'll be living here, but it's something for them to do if they come in for a weekend and want to play. You know what I'm saying? To get some real life competition. What I would say, just like I said off experience, like even when we had Jordan Clarkson here, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just funny. Like guys just picking him up 82 feet, bro. And it's
Facts.
like what are you doing? Like what are you doing? And why are you picking them up 82 feet? You know what I'm saying? Like
They don't
so like
understand that kind of etiquette in those kind of games.
Man,
yeah, and then it's like he had a bad game. He had a bad game on Saturday, but then came back on that Sunday
and
and
torch.
was looking like a pro. But the problem is like he looking too like, man, these niggas picking me up 50 like 82 feet. Like that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and to be honest, like pros coming in, they coming in to get wrecked. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
As far as get shots up and compete a little, You know what I'm saying? And that's all fine and dandy. But like guys ain't trying to come in to the point where you trying to prove something. And
Facts.
now that you got clickbait and all that stuff, man, it don't take one or two wild clips and then it's all over social media and mugs twisting it on clickbait like, oh look, such and such just fried such and such who
Great
played for
point.
Memphis. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Mhm.
like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
Great point.
I personally see both sides of that though, and I'm gonna say this because I remember when Ball is Life had their first all women's pro run, and we went to it.
yeah,
And of course, everyone, all of us women, we were excited and everything. But when the video got released, don't get me wrong, I love Kennedy and love Tom, but I personally feel like a lot of the big name stuff, like the pro-ams and like the Ball is Life, they're gonna show what sells. So no matter how much any of us like D2, NAIA, D3, or low division one girls was out there hooping and we was competing along with the pros because I believe Suge Sutton was there. She was there. Suge Dixon was there, the girl Michaela Niece. Like we had a lot of like big time D1 hoopers.
yeah.
When
Mhm.
the tape came out, it was all about the D1 hoopers cooking the regular girls. So there were some clips of us, getting our buckets in too. Like I had a few clips on there, me getting buckets and me getting defensive stops. But half of me, the competitor side of me, kind of feels why these guys pick up these pros like 82 feet and stuff like that. Like, of course, we looking at it like, bro, you ain't got to do that much. But in their mind, it's like, I kind of feel for them because it's like in their mind, they're like, all right, if Jason Tatum come out here and I'm guarding him and he get to fire me, it's going to be all over social media. And they're going to be like, oh, JT was pretty much going at a walking cone. So in his mind, he probably like, I'm not gonna just sit up here and let this man do what he wanna do to me. And I kind of feel that to an extent because once that Ballers Life tape got released, we was like, we was cooking some of them though. Like we out there doing the same stuff that they was doing, but we didn't get that type of, I ain't gonna say media like clout, but we didn't get that type of attention if that makes sense. But the pros got all of the attention, and now you got everybody in the comments like, all the pros out there cooking everybody, like they can't be
But
touched.
Mhm.
Like,
but you
dang,
gotta look at it from this standpoint too, though. How many people that you know is just being drafted or looked at because they playing defense?
Very little to none.
that is
It's
true.
zero, zero. So you know what I'm saying? Like when you playing against the pros in the pro am and the little rec leagues and all that, and they decide to hoop with you. Like
Mhm.
don't nobody care that you went and you locked them up for 4 possessions, but he still went and got 25. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I think
Like,
that's what people don't
Fact.
understand.
yeah, they ain't looking at like I'm telling you right now. I know NBA scouts, WNBA, all that. Like they ain't looking at nobody and being like, oh yeah, we gotta go get her or him because he locked Jason Tatum up for 4 possessions.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
cut it about it. Now if you can go get a bucket, if you can go get a bucket on
On the
Jason
same
Tatum,
floor as them.
then that's different. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a 3-level scorer with skill and your pace of play and all that type of stuff, all that matters. But when it comes to you playing defense in a rec league or just playing a pickup game and you like, yeah, I locked up such and such. Like, who cares? They don't care about you locking somebody up. They
We
don't care.
don't care. You're not gonna do that consistently.
But if you go get a, but just think about it, man. Look at all the programs. Go look at the pro-am in Seattle. Go look at the pro-am out in Cali. Go look at all them pro-ams. When they showing videos of them guys showing the guys that get buckets.
Facts.
Hmm.
They ain't showing nobody that's locking nobody up. And even them guys that's getting buckets out there in them pro-ams, which are high-level
Facts.
pro-ams, them guys ain't in the league.
Facts.
Man, you got a point there.
Yeah, them guys,
Yeah, I agree.
like,
That's all that I see both sides. I'm not just saying
yeah,
that. I
like
see both sides.
it's a catch-22, you know what I'm saying? But like, I think you just like if it's me, and maybe I'm different from a lot of people, but
Facts.
I look at it more as a an opportunity, and you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, just like a being appreciative of saying I'm on the same floor with Jason Tatum. I'm a hoop. I'm gonna play hard, but within reason.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Facts.
Facts.
saying? Like
true.
I ain't out
Facts.
here trying to prove that I can hoop with Jason Tatum because no one really cares.
Right.
St. Louis
So
barbershop care, but like that ain't getting you no
Definitely there.
bread.
That's
That's
definitely
like
barbershop talk.
that's the peanut gallery.
facts. Hey, I got a question for you, John.
Yeah.
So do you think like the coaches that we do have currently running the program or picking out running teams have connections to bring pros back?
And listen, I'm so far removed from the pro am, I couldn't tell you who was coaching.
Mm.
Dang.
I couldn't even name you 5 teams in the pro am right now.
Why you ain't coming to support, John? Tell us why.
It ain't even a support thing. It's just like when they play the pro am, I'm gone. I'm back coaching age. So like I took off.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
okay,
stopped coaching AAU basketball to run the pro am.
Mm.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm back coaching, I'm gone all of July. Every July, I'm gone 3 out of 4 weekends. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
For NCAA viewing periods, I'm gone 2 to 3 weekends in June coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I couldn't tell you who was coaching what team. I mean, I know like I know Buck and all them, some of the same people, Buck, Big Game, and all them still got their teams, but you know them like the guys. I couldn't tell you who coached the guys, who run the guys. You know what I'm saying? I know that's like the Bomarito family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you that much, but outside of that, I couldn't tell you how many teams. I know Welston in there, but like
True
outside of that,
vision.
man,
Hey, true vision, man.
I couldn't tell you the other 4 teams that's in there.
Okay, okay.
Well, that leads us
So
to our next question for today's topic. Do you think you could put together a group that would be willing to play in the pro?
Yeah, but
so what group you rolling with?
this funny though. This is a funny part. So people don't even realize is Veshawn ain't played in the pro am since I ain't ran it.
That's what I made that point. Ain't made that. I made that point.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah,
I think the VIA come running
yeah. I mean, we could put together a team that would be a top 2 team, top 3 team in the league.
for a fact.
Hmm.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you look at what we got, like what we got right now, it just you can get Cam Fletcher coming back, you can get Phil, you got Levi Stocker that's still in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like
Or
it's a bunch of people.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, Keyshawn, you know what I'm saying? You throw in some of them young guys that's, you know what I'm saying, that can hoop, throw in little Trey Williams. He probably one of the best shooters around. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be fresh out of high school. Like putting a team together, yeah, we can definitely put a team together. You know what I'm saying? Now, where they actually play in it, like I said, I don't know, man, because like I said, Deshaun ain't played in the pro am since I left. Literally.
So with you saying that, how did you get everybody to the pro am? Like, how did you get the pros down there? How did you keep everybody around? Because it seems like they're not around no more.
Honest, I was just honest with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I was honest about trying to grow the league. You know what I'm saying? As far as the whole, like, and it wasn't about putting guys like on my team. Like one year, you know what I'm saying, Ben ended up coming in and playing with Veshawn, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
And it was just a whole ordeal. It's like, well, how you end up with Veshawn? You running the
Dang.
league. I said, we asked Ben, who did you want to play for? Ben said he wanted to play with Veshawn. So I'm supposed to tell Ben no.
Facts.
Facts. Hey, that's that's probably how Buck feel when he playing with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Big
So, but
speculations
it's
on
funny
why
because
you
like even with that, man, like that whole time, like we had that year we had I don't know if y'all know when Nelly was dating what's her name, Miss Jackson.
Yes, I put that
So
on the
we
post when he
had
was dating Floyd chick.
we had the Final Four and all that was at Deshaun,
Yep.
and like we had
ain't.
the like Nelly came, he had Miss Jackson. It was wild. The city came out.
Yeah, it was packed in there.
Hey
And everybody
man.
looked at Nelly.
Yeah, everybody was there to watch Nelly. They wasn't there to watch basketball. I'm
Definitely there
just
to
being
see
honest.
Nelly.
However, it was a good look though because like
Mhm.
it was filled with nothing but pros. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you had sticks, you had a bunch of people that played with the stars that was in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Did
Well,
they
not
win
in
it
the
that
league,
year too?
they were overseas. You know what I'm saying? So what?
Did the Stars win it that year too?
The stars won. Yep, the stars won it
Yep.
that year.
At the
Um,
V.
at the V because what ended up happening is I think we lost in the final. We did.
The Final
We lost in
Four.
the final four,
Final four.
and I ain't gonna lie,
Dang.
we Ben threw the chemistry off. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
Mm.
Ben was a pro, so it wasn't like a He didn't do nothing intentionally. You know what I'm saying?
Who
He
else
just didn't
y'all
fit
had
the
on that
game.
team?
Oh, it was Ben, it was Joe Sheldon, it was Jimmy McKinney, it was
Ooh.
Dwayne Polk, it was Baby James, it was Leon Powell. Like,
they was they was
Jeez.
yes,
strapped.
and,
They
and
was
I
strapped.
even played.
They
Like,
was that strapped.
yeah, it was some games where, you know what I'm saying, like all of them wasn't there, and I
You
ended
just
up
had to
having
go
to
suit
play,
up.
and I had to suit up. You know what I'm saying? I was like the 6th or 7th man or whatever. But
Facts.
the pro am, man, like it still hold a special place in my heart, to be like truthfully honest. Like it could be something that could be really, really great, but it's got to be some real business minded drive behind it if you want it to be
Mhm.
what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's just the real.
Facts. Facts.
I mean, look, I know from all the teams that came through the pro am, from watching it at Woes to watching it at Vashon to watching it right now, it seemed like don't nobody love the pro am no more like we used to. Like I said, if I come home and I come to a playoff game for the pro am, I want it to feel like an NBA game, like it used to feel like.
See, you got
Man, hey,
see like you got to market it right though.
That's a
And,
fact.
and
That's
like
a fact.
and I would tell people all the time, like reason like if I showed y'all the videos of how crowded it was when we was at Woes and all
Yeah,
that, like it was wall to wall in Woes.
mm,
But it's also I threw that joint in on Monday. We play, I think it was like a Monday,
yep. Monday
Tuesday,
night.
Thursday, Friday. So it was like during the week. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nothing else going on in town. It's
Fact.
hard throwing events on Saturday and Sunday when people are either traveling, doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to go
They,
out.
they're going to
mhm.
watch their kids playing tournaments.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna take away from your attendance. All that stuff you gotta consider when it comes to marketing what you're trying to do. You just
Do it
can't
on
say,
a
"Oh, we're gonna have
Monday.
it on Saturday, Sunday," and then you wonder why the attendance is low. Yeah, because they're adults and they got stuff to do with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They're not
that's just
coming out here every weekend to watch no basketball,
yeah,
especially
but
no grown
they'll
men.
come in if you got 3 games on a Monday night,
Exactly.
and that 7 o'clock game get real good depending on who you got playing against each other. Now I was strategic about the matchups
Facts.
and everything. Like I split the V up and the stars one year, put the stars in one conference, put the V in one conference, and then made them play the cross rival conference game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like it was rival week at Matthew Dickey, even when we had it there, wall to wall.
Because
Wall
You know
to
what I'm
everybody
saying?
want
wall.
good. So you feel like doing rival weeks, like everybody came back to play.
Yeah, so rival week, everybody came out to play, and it's got to be the games where it's a good mix. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like
Mhm.
back then, man. I mean, we even had East Side in there then still. Like we still had East Side in the league. You know what I'm saying? With Mo Baker and them and all them
Mm-hmm.
on the team. Like
You still had Big Gerald team in there.
yeah, you had Big Drill team. You had the Stars. You had Money, who ran East Side.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You had Wilson that was in that joint. You had Deshaun. You had the Stars. Who else you have on there? You had B
Mhm.
Lyle's team. You know what I'm saying? That like Drew and all them played with.
Fact.
Like that mug was loaded. Like it
Hey,
was loaded and star stuttered.
That's what
hey,
I'm saying.
John.
So where are these guys at? Go ahead,
No, no. Go ahead. Where
That's
where
what
are
that's what
these
my thing.
guys at?
Where are all these guys at now?
Man, you guys old now, man.
I mean,
You
true, but
hey,
I
you gotta
feel
think
like
about it like this, man. You gotta think about it like this. They in the 40 and older league now.
yeah,
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys, I don't think they passed the buck the right way as far as passing it down. And I
right.
kind of like
Elaborate on that a little bit.
so I look at
What
it
you
like
mean by that?
I look at it like how soft like I don't know if y'all ever paid attention to the Black Circus softball.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was coming up young playing in that, and all of the popular teams back then, they always had 3 or 4 young guys on their team, and then as the years got older, they added more young guys, and the older guys kind of phased out. That way, you kept the teams rolling.
Right.
Whereas like, you look at the pro am now, you know what I'm saying? Like all of those old guys, they kept them team like the Stars. The Stars might have 1 or 2 young guys on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The V always kept young guys, but then the V got out the league when I got out the league. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know if had to. I don't think had to had a team in the league with Holland them since he went to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like all of the popular teams that used to be in the league, you know what I'm saying? At the time, Buck team was like they was the outcast of the league at the time.
You said Buck
Yeah, Buck team.
when he
Mm.
came when he came with FTC.
Yeah, to forget the
No,
critic.
Buck said
And when Buck won it, that's like
That
when
was the year
Buck
he won
came
it at
through.
Woes against Wildlife.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Buck had all the people that like he had the sleepers on his team.
He did.
He
Mike
had a bunch,
Chandler.
yeah, he had a bunch of sleeper guys. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then next thing you know, Buck won the league, but then Buck started competing with everybody, the stars. You know, Vashawn. Like it
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter who he was playing against at the time because like Buck was getting guys. You know what I'm saying? And then and Junior was always in the mix. Junior just could never get over the hump. I
Right.
don't know. He had that
been the same. It's always been like that.
always, always.
He
Junior,
was
don't
right
get
at the
me wrong.
door.
Oh,
Junior had good
man.
teams though. His teams. I don't know if it was a curse or whatever it is.
He was
But
Charles Barkley.
I call it buzzer luck. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He always look at the buzzer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always something like one year I think Junior was like the number one or number two seed. He got knocked in the first round. You
Oh,
know, like it he did it
it was
one year.
just some.
Vashawn one year had number one seed, you know what I'm saying? Got knocked in the second round. He got knocked in the semifinals, you know what I'm saying?
Be
Uh to
like
be
that.
to be Lyles and the team. Like
It
or
be
even
like that.
Bucknam team ran the table one year where you looked up and then Buck was in the chip and Buck ended up winning it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
the league, like I said, I couldn't tell you who's still in the league. Um, and I couldn't tell you what the marketing aspect of the league looks like as far as trying to drive it to be that. Like you gotta, if you
Mm.
want the league to be that, you gotta market the players too. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
We
they
seen that comment too.
no, that's go back and look at how I did it. Like
Mm.
we had pictures up of the top players playing, all that type of stuff. Like this who playing today, blah 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 blah. This who going head to head matchup. Like you got to
You
do
did
all of
matchup
that.
breakdowns too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
I was
like
gonna say I vaguely do
you got to
remember.
really look at your marketing aspect of it as far as promoting the league. If you want it to be talked about, you know what I'm saying. Social
Fact.
media now, like it ain't
That's
hard to get.
everything.
Yeah, it ain't hard to get clicks. It's all about
Right.
consistency. If you can be consistent and posting and talking about the league, what you're doing with the league, add a little wrinkle. They need to add little wrinkles to the league. You know what I'm saying? Do some unorthodox type stuff. Go look at like um, overtime. Go look at overseas what they're doing overseas. Go look at all different stuff, and then start adding that to your league. You know what I'm saying? Like
Do
the
you
no
think they
stopping
should
the
do
play.
jerseys?
Just like one thing, they all should be in uniform, and they should be all in. It don't got to be the same. It need to be the same company that makes the uniforms for them. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
What about the
It's like
teams that want their own uniforms? They kind of want to put them in there.
man, all that sound good, man, but structure is structure. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
feel
Structure, structure.
That was one thing I said I wanted to do, and they was totally against it. But
so
you'll
you
get up,
felt they felt like nah, we're not doing that.
yeah, but you'll look up, and then you got guys in the tops, but then they bottom, they got four different types of shorts on. That's
Right.
tacky, man. You know what I'm saying?
It-
So like I had like I wanted to put fines in for stuff like that. I wanted to put fines in for cursing referees out going out. Like all that stuff matters. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And if you don't have a structure like it's supposed to be, then the league gonna be a nigga league.
No,
That's
for sure.
and you ain't no real growing in it. It's like the petty drug dealer, if that makes sense. The
Did
Facts.
guy,
y'all have a committee?
so they had a committee. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a committee, but like I said, all that committee stuff and all that, they get to when they get on their little horse about what they want. You know what I'm saying? And you don't agree, they're gonna
So
do
if
their
you
own
ask
thing.
me, if y'all have a committee, I feel like usually the committee is usually like one group wanting to take it over as like their own,
Yeah.
instead of having somebody from a representative from every group, in the program to actually come up and speak up, with some level heads. Because it seemed like the committee don't never get nothing done.
Facts.
The committee feel like, it's either one way or the other way, and it seemed like it never seemed to butt heads. That's what it seemed like now with Big Game. It seemed like he just butt heads with everybody. He just kind of like
he don't listen. All I can tell him is this: welcome to how I felt. Because every
for a
week,
fact.
man, I'm talking about it was always, man, John don't listen. John this. John that. John don't want to do it
I
this
can
way.
I can agree. I know you heard that. I heard it.
Yeah, man, listen, I heard it from even Kersey. Like me and
Yeah.
Kersey, like Kersey blessed me and gave me the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a long talk. He was like, I feel like you finna take it over and it's gonna be in good hands. And I felt like it was in great hands, to be honest. And you can go back and ask anybody when the league was going on when I had it. Like the league was on the up and up. Like
I can agree with that.
it was live. Every week it was live. You know what I'm saying?
Wall
But
to wall.
wall to
Oh,
wall.
for a fact.
But the problem that you run, like you said,
Like
is
that
like
type of
if you do stuff that people don't like and that they're uncomfortable with, once they don't like it, they don't like it. And then it's kind of like cancer. It spreads. Once they get to it, the other people on the same thing they on, that it become a thing. And you can't be mad at them for it. They want what they want. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to be a part of it. So when they did
Right.
what and they ended up doing what they did with the league and they ran off with it, I thought about it. I've had some people call and be like, come back, get the lead and all that. And I'm just like, man, nah, man, big gang got the lead. That's his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I don't want to get in the way of that.
I
So
mean,
Like,
you don't go ahead, Rex.
so that leads us to our next topic that we have to you about it. Got a couple more topics. Would it be a good idea to would it be a good idea to bring top high school talent to play on a team to showcase? Let's hear your thoughts
yeah,
about that.
it'll be a great idea to spread the top high school talent on each team. So like back in the day, we always tried to make sure that each team had one or two high school kids.
Mm.
You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Get them some
Going on
exposure to play pro.
Yeah, and it'll make sense for one of your teams to beat the top high school kids also. So say if you had maybe 15 to 20 kids in the area that's probably good enough to be able to play in that, you can
Yeah.
have one team of 10 and then spread the rest of them out. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
On teams. And like it's good for the league. It's good for the growth of basketball. It's good for them to get a chance to see what it's like playing against some of the guys that's overseas, or if an NBA guy come in, you get a chance to guard an NBA guy on the wing or whatever the case may be. But it's definitely a good idea to do it to showcase the league, and it's gonna beef your attendance up. Like,
Mm.
you know what I
Fact.
mean? Mamas and aunties and uncles and
And
cousins
friends
and
of these kids that's coming in to see
friends
them play.
Man, go come and
that,
see
that
this
want to come
man,
see that
Jason
want to come see
Tatum.
Zy play, or want to come
That's
see,
all me.
you know what I'm saying, look Trey play, or whoever, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like,
Like the whole Via come out to see Lil Trey play at the pro
man,
am.
man, come
Man,
on, man.
what?
They'll be up in that thing thick,
I'm
you know
coming
what I'm
out.
saying, trying to watch.
I agree. They coming out for. I feel like they come out more for the high school kids than they would for all these guys coming back.
No, that's a fact.
Hey,
In fact,
John.
you gotta think a lot of the guys that's playing in the league now, you don't know their names. And
Facts.
there's no disrespect. Like, just because you're a local guy that's playing in the local league, not the pro am, but the local league, local rec league, and you in there
Mhm.
killing, the mass public don't know your name. So
Facts.
like that stuff matters, man, about when it comes to marketing and promoting the league. Like it's gotta be you gotta go get some heavy hitter guys that when they come back and get like Baby James. Like somebody should be getting Baby James to play in the pro am when he come back.
He was playing in it though, wasn't he?
He was for a while with the
I
stars. He
think
was
he
with the V,
was
then
in
with
it.
the
I think
stars.
he do play in it.
Yeah. Like you like
I think he
them,
was just in it. He was in it this last session, I believe, or
yeah,
the
them,
session
them
before.
guys, they names are still relevant. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Very
saying?
relevant.
Like you gotta
So
go grab them guys. Go grab all the college guys, Caleb Love, all of them. Go grab them. You should be reaching out to them guys right now. Hey Caleb, you come back for the summer. Come on, give me a couple weekends. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Like
Facts.
now
I
He
the
got
have
problem
about
is
for all his life.
So I have a question for you. Who are some of the top high school guys that you think would be a good fit for the program coming up?
top high school
Mm.
guys like
That's a
right
great
now.
question, Max.
Hmm.
Like here in St. Louis, I kind of feel like there's a lot of slept on talent here. So who do you feel if you could pick, like, I'll just say, give me your top 5 high school guys from the STL area that you feel would be good to play in the pro.
Top 5, I would say
Luke,
you got to have
Luke,
Luke, you got to have Zyree, you got to have McCaskill Bubby from Vashon.
Fact.
Trey,
You got definitely got to have Trey. You got to get Aaron. You got to get Aaron Rowe down here from Columbia. He going to
and
Fact.
Missouri.
his
He going,
partner
he
in
going,
crime too.
yeah, like you got to get him and Xavier
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
to come down and play with somebody. Even Butter. You know what I'm saying? Even though he coming back from Arizona, he finna go to Mizzou. Like all them guys, them top guys like that, that's going places. Man, you got to have them guys in the league. Like
What about little Eddie from Vianney?
all them guys, man. You gotta have. You need to have all them guys playing. Like even Lil Jimmy finna be a junior in high school. You throw Lil Jimmy on the team and give him some minutes.
Come on, he about to be a junior.
Yeah, he only
Good.
gonna
They
be a
got
junior.
2 years left. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
2 years left to kill
Jeez.
high school. He ain't gonna kill it too next year. But
Jeez.
like Jahad, look at
That's
Jahadi
crazy.
and them sons. You got throw them on the team.
Man.
I think the league would be opposed to doing that because these players are young.
I don't know why they'd be opposed to it. You should never be opposed to
Man,
making more
sound
money.
that would
I
sound like a
mean,
bunch of
the
old hate.
So
only
I,
reason why I'm asking that question is just because of what Big Game was talking about when he was on the show last week, and pretty much saying, like, no small fries and stuff. I didn't really get that comment, but that's what I'm saying. And then just hearing you talk about your stuff, do you feel like the league now and how it's ran, do you feel like they would be opposed to letting younger talent come
I,
in?
I can't tell you what they'd be opposed to because I don't talk to them about it. What I would propose here, since we on the show, because I ain't gonna knock another man hustle on what he doing, how he running the league. You know what I'm saying? And Big Game, my guy. So let's not get it twisted. I
Hmm.
would propose this though. Mo better put a team in. It's gonna be our high school kids.
Ooh,
ooh,
I will do that. You know what I'm
I
Ooh,
saying?
like that.
you
Yeah,
should. You should.
yeah.
You
so
I
said
would
just
that
definitely
be
all
that
high,
big
just
bad
all
John
coming out of
team?
high school.
straight either just came out or in high school right now. The top
I
dogs
think.
in the
Mm,
area. And,
I
and I
think.
Luke,
and I guarantee you, if we get in the league, we're gonna be top 2.
hey, can I ask you something,
ooh,
John?
Yeah.
Because I know Taj, and it's just a quick question because Taj had one too. Um, do you
man,
think Lil Trey is the best shooter
to come out
Let
the V.
around right now?
Let Trey is the best
Well,
shooter to
what do
ever
you
come out
think?
the league.
What's your thoughts? I wasn't gonna ask about that question, Taj, because
He,
I said it on the post. Yes, the best
he the,
shooter.
he the best shooter
To ever come out the V. Yeah.
to ever come out. There's gonna be some hate behind it. There's gonna be some backlash behind it.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. One thing about me,
Hey,
I don't care about the backlash. I've always been that guy.
hey,
I'm gonna say what need to be said. At the end of the day, ain't nobody
4 for 4.
has not it ain't even about just being 4 for 4. Has shot it from the 3 like him,
Fact.
except maybe Joe Sheldon.
talk about it.
And Joe Sheldon was more so of a old school hooper with a mid range game and a 3, and he was
Mm-hmm.
just a
Mhm.
sniper in how he played. He had the
Mm-hmm.
like Joe had the old school, Mamba, Jordan, you know what I'm saying,
I'm
Kobe
gonna hit
type.
big shots.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
but Trey Williams, hey, listen, man, I ain't seen nobody shoot the ball like him. Period.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, people can say what they want to say. They can have their opinions. You know what I'm saying? Um, I haven't
And
seen
coming
nobody.
up, Tone had a lot of good shooters, but Trey,
No,
hands
hey,
down.
Tony has some shooters. So we ain't listen. I've been a part of all that. He ain't have nobody shoot the ball like him.
I agree.
Not
It's
a one.
electrifying,
And
Taj.
I agree.
you talking about somebody that's shooting 48, 49% from the 3, man.
And hyper, and he's not taking a couple shots.
No. And he not forcing shots.
No, he's not.
So
Man,
you ain't talking about somebody that's coming in that's trying to take 19, 20 shots a game.
Fact.
Talking about
yeah,
somebody that might take 13, 14 shots or might not take a
And
shot
they
for a
good
quarter.
shots. Fact.
Come on,
they
man.
good
You
shots
saw
too.
everybody saw what he did this year, man. Everybody saw what he did this year at Ramey Shootout when the first time they played in front of St. Louis. And he had I think he had 6 or 7 threes against a team from
Man,
Chicago that won state.
Mm-hmm.
man,
Come on,
Man,
man.
going crazy.
And we thought Phil was a good
Going
shooter, but Trey,
crazy.
No, Phil was a gamer.
he was. He
Phil was a
was.
gamer, and Phil made
Hit
plays.
big shots.
But when it came to like this
Hands
downright
down.
3, ain't nobody messing with Trey, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I'm
said,
glad you
I don't care what
stamped it.
nobody has to say. I saw with my own 2 eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
For 4 straight years, I saw him as a freshman start. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. Started
I
all
saw
4 years, got 4
him
chips
start.
too.
I saw him as a sophomore. You know what I'm saying? Filling it up with the 3. I saw him as a junior even get more and more better. And then this year, to be honest, with the transfers leaving, it made it even better for him because he was forced to play the point more.
Fact.
It made him more of a complete basketball player. But like to shoot
Fact.
the ball the way he did this year, ain't nobody messing with him, man.
And I
Not with nothing.
told you.
Come on, shooting the basketball. I ain't talking about nothing
I
else.
I said it. People gave me backlash, and I hope you don't get no backlash on this, John, because people gave me backlash. I said it, man. And look, I felt every shot that little dude shot, man, was butter. Like
Hey, listen,
it
man.
wasn't a bad
When
shot. He didn't think he was gonna miss. The team knew he was making it. Like it just felt right. You know, Todd. You know, you
I
remember I was
agree.
telling you them love songs, Todd.
You
Yeah, it
hey,
said
felt
it's
listen,
one
right,
that was one of
Todd.
them.
hey,
You
Yeah.
listen.
right.
When you cut the clip, when you get done with this show and y'all cut the clips up and y'all repost it,
Ooh,
just post what I said. It's gonna be backlash, but who cares? At the end of the day, the facts are the facts. Nobody shot the 3 better than him. No one.
Fact.
And
In history.
think about it like this: Luke and Zaire both shot 300 more shots than him during the season.
Woo.
mm.
Go
It's
look at
Woo.
stats. Go look at STL today and go look at the stats. They shot more than 300 more shots than him.
Wow.
I personally feel like it's just
That's
a backlash with that because the V just has so many good players just from years, like you said, from Joe Shilton to when Tone was coaching to like now. I feel like that's why everybody got backlash because it's like the V got
Yeah, but see,
they
that's the thing though. Like nobody said he was the best player to ever play. They just
yeah.
say he was the best. It's no different than like when they talk about
Yeah.
Steph. You know what I'm saying? Like when they talk about Steph, they be like, Steph the best shooter ever. Then people like, oh no, he ain't. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, name 5 people better than that shoot ball better than Steph.
You
nobody.
got to think when
Nobody.
people hear certain things. At this point, I'm getting older. The people hear what they want to hear. So you could say such says is the best shooter. They're gonna completely leave out the shooter part, and they're just gonna think, oh, you think he's the best player. That's just how people think.
He top
So,
5.
Think
I don't
what
care
you
what you
want to
say.
think, but we said it on the cave. He's the best shooter that ever came out the V. Clip
I,
Man,
it.
I always say Lil Trey shot the ball like I shot the ball in open gym, like in rec sessions. He did what he wanted to and confidently. That ain't easy.
Confident. Confident.
Confidently.
listen, man. That's how it be, man. That's how it be.
Yeah, you can't take
Facts.
that from him.
What y'all got next for me, man? Come on,
well, that leads us to our next, our next question that we have for you. Back then, you could not just put a team that wasn't a part of like an elite basketball society. Like you just can put them in the league. So, is this statement true? What did it take to have a team in the pro am back then when you were running it?
oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, what were those standards that?
Uh oh.
you couldn't just put no team together and throw them in. The only team, the only team that was getting it off was Lovejoy.
Why though? Why you let them off of Lovejoy?
Because like he took all the scraps. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like he
Mm.
was a guy in the league that took all of the guys that was trying to get on. And
So he just
everybody,
wanted to be in it.
no, I mean he was a part of it from jump. So like
Mm.
that's that was the standard as far as that part. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now when it came
Like,
to like other teams trying to get in the league, like nah, you wasn't just putting no
eh,
team together and being like, all right, we're just gonna let them in. Nah,
Can I
it
ask you
wasn't.
something, John?
Yeah.
Was it be was that because of like
Oh yeah,
Well,
that
I'll
was
the
say
my
Brooklyn.
financial
bad.
side
That
of
was
it? Is
Brooklyn, but
it
Brooklyn and Lovejoy, same thing. They're right next to each other.
yeah,
But yeah, it was Brooklyn. My bad. I don't know why I was
was
calling
it
him Lovejoy, but oh, that's because he coached at Love. He coached high school basketball at Lovejoy. But yeah, it was
okay?
Brooklyn.
Was it Was it more the business side that you didn't let certain people in, not because of the talent or could bring talent? It's just because, like I said, Big Game said he's doing this by himself, man, and it's difficult getting people to buy in and get things done. You know what I'm saying? And professionally. So is that the reason you
So
didn't let people in back then?
I was never opposed. I was never opposed to letting people in. Remember, I said I was trying
You
to
wanted the
expand.
24 teams.
Yeah, but like I was, my expansion was trying to grab like a pro am team from Springfield, a pro am team from Columbia, like different
Mm,
areas to bring them in to play. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But it's hard for me to just and you over there playing at 12th and Park in the rec league, and you throw a team together called the Killers. Like, come
And
on, man.
y'all getting killed.
Yeah, like what we doing? They just throwing you in like no, we ain't throwing it in. What pros you got? You had to have some type of pros on your team. You know what I'm saying? Some type of pros on your team. Now I ain't saying like they had to
okay.
be no NBA guy, but at least some guys that played overseas, or at least some guys that didn't put in some work in the college sector, period, that play high level college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go back and look at all the teams that played back then, they all had some type of division 1 guys that played, or somebody that played overseas, or some type of level on their team.
Yeah.
So I
Even
have a
Wild
question.
said either a pro or some solid vets.
So I
Fact.
have a
And
question. How would you feel about like people say if they didn't play? Because I feel like not everybody get the opportunity to go play pro. Unfortunately, I feel like basketball definitely has a political side to it. But how would you feel if somebody from a different area came in with a team, but all of these players was elite? Like they probably went to like low D1s, but they was killing it at their D1s. Like they averaged like 20 some points a game. Led they conference and scoring and stuff like that. How would y'all have allowed guys like them to get into the league?
absolutely, absolutely. But see, like back then, you had to get permission from their schools too, though. So like if you
From
was a
the from
Division
the
One basketball
colleges.
player, yeah, you see like that people don't know about the business side of it. The business side of it, like you had to have insurance, right? And then your
Mm-hmm.
insurance had to be verified through NCAA. And then
Oh.
every Division 1 basketball player that played, you had to contact their coach and get the approval for them
Mm.
to be allowed to play. So it wasn't just that simple to get
You
because
couldn't just
like
walk
one
down
year,
in there and go play.
yeah, because one year I had the league, we didn't even allow Division 1 players to play one year
Mm.
because it was too hard trying to do, all the other stuff with the insurance and all this. It's like, man, you know
Getting the
what?
sanction.
Yeah, getting the sanction. And so I was like, nah, one year we didn't even have no Division 1 basketball players playing in the period. But back then, you had a bunch of solid vets, though, a lot of solid vets that was still in their prime. You know what I'm saying? Where it was just like, because back then you still had D Miles playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like,
when D Miles. It was D
yeah,
Miles was coming in hooping.
yeah, that mug was still lit. You know what I'm saying? Like you had D Miles still coming back and playing every now. You had Brad came in a couple times and suited up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Brad, you said Brad? I thought we
yeah,
said we ain't seen Brad in the pro am before.
nah, Brad came.
Hey,
Brad came and played in my pro am. Yep.
hey, y'all.
Brad,
Look, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, but we just got somebody special that joined the live, y'all,
Ah
and I
man.
want to introduce him. Hey,
Who we got
hey,
smoothing in?
man. Look, we got my boy Poke on the
There
live,
you
oh,
man.
go.
The one and only man. Poke, what's up, man?
That's the way.
What the hell?
Hey, I need to get the picture from Drew. We got to drop the picture.
He said the
We
light
call we call him we
skin
call him No
stuff.
Show
Here
Pope.
you go, man.
There you go.
Poke.
Can you hear us?
you can hear them badass kids in the back. Them my niece. Them my nieces. Woo.
Pope like he on a '90s movie.
I know, man. Clear your screen off or something, man.
Poke, you probably got your mic muted.
Well, he's struggling.
Hey,
Y'all should have gave that boy a tutorial before he got on.
Oh my.
Hey, Pogue never a dull moment with
Hey,
Dwayne.
Never a dull moment, bro.
Man, we gonna get poke on, man. My bad, man. Let's go ahead and continue the conversation.
Man, look here, John. I need the Mo Better team. I need the V side team back. We need both of them back. Like I said, I want to come home and see some extravagant basketball. I'm tired of watching, like I said, there's no knock to everybody, but I'm also tired of watching like just FTC and True Vision go at it all the time. Like
hmm
we need to see something go off. We need to bring
Hey,
it back.
hey, I'm with you. I'm with you when you right, man. You know what I'm saying? I like I
Hey,
said, I wouldn't be opposed. Like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to the V coming back. You had to talk to the right people to try to put that together.
I feel
Um,
like we could get a couple of guys back. I know some of the V shy guys just graduated college. And then you can get some of their high school kids that are still in there, like your Mario McKinley or your Hoodie Rio. You
yeah,
got people like Corey Gilbert,
There he is.
all of them. I feel like if you got all of them, I feel like they wouldn't be opposed to making a comeback. And then, like you said, you getting the Mo Better team and putting in there. I honestly feel like if that would happen, that would actually get a lot more attendance in the program. Because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Trey,
lie,
call your peoples.
I agree with Taj. I'm kind of tired of going to the program and seeing the same like six teams go at it. Like I'd
Well,
rather
it's not
see.
really six. It's kind of like it climbs a
I'm
ladder of itself every
so
year. Show
I'm
me
just saying
two.
like in a total like you got like two or three good teams. But I'd rather go there and see like seven, eight good teams, and every weekend or whenever they have it is a battle. Like I remember when my first experience at a program, like that's what I felt. It was packed. People were standing up, and I think at this time, this is when True Vision and FTC was going at it. But like you said, it was literally at Live for Life from wall to wall. So I
Trey,
and
you
I
already know.
yeah, like it was wall to wall with that game, and that was my first pro am game. So I literally was struggling trying to stand and watch the game because it was just that packed. But
That's how it's
I really
supposed to be.
like that's what I'm saying. I feel like we should be able to get it back there, and I feel like if you got a team in it, and Vashawn got a team in it, I feel like a lot more people would come and watch.
Man,
I
point us
personally,
in the right direction. Where
that's
we need to go with that,
that's
John?
wild, Trey. Trey said he leaving True to come back home with the V, baby.
He got to.
You
I
got no
like
choice.
that.
What you mean?
I
He don't
like
Listen,
have a
man.
that.
choice.
Hey, man. How you say blood in, blood out? You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
Yeah,
I
He got
like that.
to.
yeah, he'll vacillate, man. That's just what it is. Like if we were to put a team in though,
You would need two. All them
yeah,
guys coming.
yeah, I think it would be a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course,
Hey,
like, you have to figure out who's gonna coach them and all, who won't have the time to do all that.
no, for sure. Hey, it brings me to our last question though. Look, this is a good one though. Um, Guys that have came back to play in the program. You got people like Quinn Cook, Jason, Caleb Love, and others, right? Let's talk about some of the best people you've seen come back and play in the program.
Ooh, some of the best people I've seen come back and play.
Yeah, yeah. Since we talking about talent.
I mean, Quinn Cook, to be honest,
And he had a
I mean,
great performance.
he came back and cooked.
Mm,
Oh, everybody.
And
mm.
I ain't gonna lie, he like not only did he come back and cook, then he went out and party with us.
Hey, now
Hard.
Pep was talking to Quinn wasn't he talking to Quinn Cook on
F did
Facebook
talk
like
crazy to Quinn.
he was talking crazy like Pepler talking like he had his way with him. What happened? Did tell me what happened, John? Because I wasn't
Listen,
there.
man. Quinn Cook was playing with Holland them. Yeah, man, Holland them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And they hooped flat out. It was
Mm-hmm.
standing room only in that joint. Cook did his thing when it's all
Mm-hmm.
said and done. Jordan Clarkson, you know what I'm saying? Even Jordan, like Jordan, when
Who
Jordan
brought
came back,
Jordan in?
head. He
Mhm.
actually he played with head team when he came in
Mm.
or whatever. And like, they was on Jordan Clarkson bumper though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. They like I said, they picking him up 82 feet, man. Like no respect for the guy. You know what I'm saying?
He
But
already light skinned.
like yeah, he light
He-
skinned, so you know how that go.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
But Jordan Clarkson, you know what I'm saying? He hooped like when Ben first came back, he got buckets. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Believe it or not, Jimmy McKinney tore the league up when he was overseas and coming home every summer. Like
Yeah, can't nobody guard Jimmy.
it was
Ain't nobody
ugly.
guard Jimmy.
Mo Baker was
Fact.
killing the league for years. D Bose killing the league
Mm,
for years. You know what I'm saying? A
facts.
lot of people came back and played with 200 proof. You know what I'm saying? Like be
I ain't no
live.
200 head all that pool.
Yeah, yeah.
Josh,
Listen, man. All them
Josh
guys. Be
200.
honest with you.
You know I'm
Be
200
honest, man.
now.
Like all them guys was tapped in and they had good relationships with the guys that was overseas.
Mm.
Speaking of
Like
that, somebody in the comments just said 200 said bring him. Mm.
That's live. That's what I said. I ain't know they was tapped in like that.
yeah,
Oh,
so
you said bring Mo
it's like
Baker back.
it's crazy. Like it's crazy that Randall Faulkner. That's a fact. Randall
Mo
Faulkner used
Baker
to
still
that
hooping
he
like that.
Randall Faulkner was a low man. It was unorthodox post, and he actually played like Tim Duncan. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He just outworked you. He dunked on your ass. He defended. Mo Baker, old school. He took you down there in the post and gave you that work in the mid post. Like
A lot of guys still respect Mo Baker.
yes, it's a reason.
Yeah, they don't
He's
talk
like
bad
that.
about Mo Baker.
Man, listen, man. Mo Baker, listen, man. Mo Baker used to put in that work in there. D Miles, when D Miles used to come home and play in it, used to be a kill
Remember
session.
Cardinal Ritter.
But the battles between him and Sticks, uh, that used to be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Just to see, you got D Miles at 6'9", you got Sticks at 6'8", 6'9" almost, and they down there wrestling in the post. Like I'm telling you, man, like the league back then was just different. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All them guys, you know what I'm saying, how they played, um, how they cared about the league, you know what I'm saying? It was just it was Tommy Liddell when Tommy Liddell played with Eastside. Bucket.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tommy was a different breed. We tried to get Tommy down at Showbiz.
Bone that played with Eastside.
Woo!
All them guys, man. That's why I said like we gonna talk about the history of it. Like, hey man, like that back then there was different. Like that was
Tough.
That's what
that
I'm
was
saying. We
way
can't get a FaceTime call to get everybody on here. Like, hey,
that,
let's
that
bring it
was
back.
that was way
Facts.
different than what you got in the league right now.
That's what I'm saying. And it's
Right
like,
now, I feel like you got a bunch of clickbait guys in there. You know what I'm saying?
Josh had 40 or 50 or whatever the hell
50.
he had.
And that
50.
was against True Vision.
But here's the thing
Josh.
though, Josh. Listen, I like Josh. Josh would have never had 40 nothing in the league 10 years ago.
No, Josh
No,
not scoring. You said they not going for that.
Boy, listen, in 2017 when I had the league, man, ain't no way. Ain't no way
Mm.
he going to get 40 on nobody.
oh nobody.
You gotta think, bro. Larry Hughes played in the league when I ran the league.
Mm.
He was on
You
the
said he
same
ain't never
team.
dropped no
He was on the
40.
same team with Holland, Baby James, and all them.
Mm. You said, nah, he
Yeah.
wanted.
Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you get no. He was getting no 40.
No, for
Like
sure.
no.
No, for
I mean,
sure.
but we still had a few guys that just, did what they was doing. But I get what you saying too. You saying there was so much down there, there wasn't no cakewalk coming through there.
Yeah, nah, niggas was playing D. So one no,
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like you ain't had too many games where guys ran off for 40. You had
fact.
some games where when got 25 or 30. Wasn't nobody getting no 40. Because the game is just like the playoffs. You know how it is in the
Hmm.
playoffs, the game slow down and become more of a half court game. You know what I'm saying? Now during
Now
the
you trying to
season,
win.
yeah, during the season is all outlet transition, taking wild shots and all that. Nah. Not teams like the Stars and not teams like 200 Proof, not the V, not East Side. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it wasn't going down like that. It was different.
Fact. So you
Hey,
feel like, go ahead, me know my bad.
no, no, no. I was just gonna piggyback on that. I don't like how y'all really trying to take away from Josh at like 50 though. Like y'all, I don't
Hey,
like how
listen.
y'all doing that though.
Hey, listen. I love
Like
Josh. Josh, my guy, right?
yeah.
Listen, Josh ain't getting 50 on nobody in between. 2013 and 2018 or 19,
Yeah.
he wasn't getting 50 on none of them.
You think it was a little bit more physical too?
A little more.
Yeah.
It was way more, man. Listen, I used to tell the refs, hey man, they ain't come down here to watch y'all call a million fouls.
They definitely don't.
You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get it twisted.
They
Call the
they
game
want to
how it's
fight a
supposed
little
to be.
bit.
Call the game how it's supposed to be called. Make sure you got control of the game. Let's not get out of hand.
Fact.
But
Fact.
they got to play through some stuff. They're adults. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying?
Fact.
Got to be able to play
And
through
we
some
didn't come here
bumpers.
for this.
Yeah, they ain't come here to watch y'all call 25,000 fouls. And that's
For
just
sure.
Phew.
a real. And I mean, Josh would have still got some buckets, but like I'm telling you, dog, man, he wasn't.
No, for sure. No, for sure. Hey, look though, man. Hey, it's all we running out of time, man. We got to get out of here, man. Is there anything you want to say on the cave before we get you out of here, Taj? Is there anything you got to say to John?
Man,
Legs,
look,
any last thoughts?
for me, I need that more better team, John, and that V side team. I feel like that's my biggest one. I'm just saying I need a weekend at home where some basketball gonna get a little good this summer. So at the
Listen,
show me's, I need that first weekend of the playoffs.
Facts.
So
listen,
we
man.
can lock that in.
All I say is I'm gonna make the necessary phone calls and see what we can do about trying to get a young team together and trying to get a Vashon team. I ain't gonna make no promises. You know what I'm saying with
No,
that.
we don't need no
I
promise. We
will
just need
I
a
will
let's
try to
try
put a more
for it.
I will try to put a more better team in that joint though. 'Cause
Oh,
I think it'll be a good look for young guys to be able to
Yeah, let's
experience
make
that.
it exciting. I want to
Um,
see some basketball.
but other than that though, I gotta tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all be on the lookout. I'm coaching in overtime also in Atlanta, Team ISO World.
ooh,
Kalina Smith,
Whoopee.
best player in the world.
Congratulations.
She on my squad.
You said she the
oh,
best player in the world?
Go look
Who?
her up. Kalina Smith.
Woo.
Call her Special K.
She.
Yes, I
hold
know.
on. See the
Yes, sir. She
That
definitely is a
she the best. She
bucket.
the best player in the world in high school. Not a high school player better
Yes,
than her. Pound for
Hey
damn.
pound.
man, this clip gonna age well next year. When she going to college next year?
No, she only gonna be a junior.
she is.
What?
She only gonna be a junior. She just signed
I,
just signed a deal with
oh,
Adidas. You know what I'm saying? The
What?
first high school player to sign with Adidas.
I'm talking about play like a straight
Yeah, man.
dude.
Listen, man.
I'm talking about coming down. She
I'm
What's
between
her
the
I'm
legs
name?
shocked.
on the
I'm
back.
shocked. I'm shocked. Y'all ain't have no questions about that. Cause like,
No, I haven't heard. Why has she ain't hit my radar yet?
Cause
And
What's
you
I
her
gotta
normally
think
they
name?
up
like
on the girls.
like that's what I'm saying. Like the women's game don't really it's getting this recognition, but it's so many girls out here that's cold. Like
girls basketball
she's
is different.
really
What's her
she's really
name, John?
special K,
Her name Kalina Smith,
aka Special K.
aka Special K.
I feel like I have heard of her.
As soon as you type in
I'm
Special K on YouTube, she must see TV. You know what I'm saying? Go type in ISO World on YouTube. My team is must see TV. You know what I'm
but
saying?
it's not like but she's been hooping like this for years.
Oh
This ain't
yeah.
no just like she just started like nah. She's been hooping like this for
Yeah.
years. Like
Is this getting
I'm talking
some? This getting
about
some good recognition.
like
Oh,
I'm like you know how some girls come down and like they
Oh
play like
yeah,
but like no
Taj.
she breaking you down from the jump like I'm
John, they
breaking
gave it
you
to
down
you.
huh
They gave it to you. No, I'm saying, John, you get the coach. That's
No,
big.
they draft, right? No, that
yeah, they
y'all don't draft
so,
in that?
nah. So this we don't ain't no draft. How it goes is um they select the top 8 players and they make them captains. And so
Uh,
she was a captain. And then they get to pick 1 or 2 players or whatever it is, and then the league fills the rest of the team up. They pretty much go around and
who they want?
it's
Yeah.
it's the top players in the country. Like on my team last year, I got a girl that's going to Fish. She going to UConn next year. I
Mm.
got a girl I had 2 girls at IMG. I got the number
Mm.
1 player in the country, Sanaya Hall, who was on my team last year. She's the number 1 player in the
Oh,
26
nice,
class.
Taj.
Um, she big time. Kalina Smith, number 1 player in the country in the 27 class. You had Bella Flemings. She was the number 12 player on ESPN. Like my team was
Sheesh, was
loaded,
stacked.
but all the other teams was loaded the same way with ranked players though.
I got a
So
question. What you think about the girl Gigi Banks that was in overtime?
so I played against we played against Gigi in the final four of the league. And she gave us buckets. I mean, she lost. We beat them, but Gigi's special. I think
She's
they got Gigi ranked 5th or 6th in the 27 class. When she got a
she's
chance to go head to head against Kalina, like Kalina is more of a traditional PG. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna look to get her teammates involved. She can shoot the three from deep, and she just special. Gigi is just electric in transition though. Like when she get that joint on the outlet, get downhill, she like a running back. She get into that rim, and she can shoot the three. It's just what your preference is. You know what I'm saying? Like Flage was there doing commentating, and when the game
Man,
started, Flage was like, "Yeah, I'm taking Gigi. I don't know how she ain't number one." But then once she saw Kalina play, and they were going back and forth, you talking about a
Didn't
show?
say much.
the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
I'm looking
Just
at
go,
this girl Kalina right now. She got some G. She hit
listen,
double
man.
behind the backs, Todd, like it's
Listen,
nothing.
listen. I'm gonna send you some stuff in your inbox that when you watch it, you're gonna be like, man, like
Man,
she got grown woman game. And guess how tall she is?
she
She
don't look very
5'5".
tall on her.
5'5", 5'6", maybe.
So these girls
Nah,
be
But
she a
built different these
bucket though.
days.
shout out
and
to us short girls.
she play at her
Yeah.
own. She play at her own pace. She shoot the three like Steph from deep in transition,
Mm,
pull up on you. Got the hezzy game. I mean, she real good out the pick and roll as far as knowing how to read the pick and roll, which is
mm-hmm.
very hard for high school kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they got one track
For a
minds, most
fact.
of them. They get
Do
they get off,
you?
they get down here, they think they just supposed to shoot it. She ain't doing that. Like she gonna drop dimes. She gonna look to drive kick in the corner. Like all that stuff. Like she know how to do it all. She a
They like
three
to
level
play with her
score, and
too.
she gonna play D.
Mm.
Hey,
Her
one
team
last
like to
question
play.
before we get you out of here, John.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of these, like a lot of the St. Louis girls that we have, like a lot of talent, can go and compete against players like that and stand their own ground?
So it's some kids. I ain't gonna drop the bird. But there's some kids that's gonna get the opportunity this year because I made sure that they get an opportunity. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
Mm,
up. That's
Um,
what's up.
last year we had no representation from St. Louis. None.
that's
Not a
not
one.
good.
But I also understand the business aspect of why too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told parents, like y'all gotta be willing to. Your child gotta be on social media. Like Overtime is a digital marketing company,
Yep. They want to be able to
so
tag through all that.
you will be surprised at what they're looking at. They looking at, all right, this kid might be good, but what's her IG following?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Ah,
on they notes, it might say potential to go viral.
Mm.
Hey,
but
You know what
I
I'm saying?
hate
who's
that aspect
marketable?
though, because you got the girl that go to what MICDS, Jordan Hayward. She
Yeah,
cold from here, and the little twin. I ain't, the both of them are good, but the
they
more
gon'
like
they gonna
the
get
more
listen. They gonna get the opportunity, right?
yeah.
Mm.
They got an invite. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? But here
saying,
now that's what I tell people though too though. It's also got a chance to expose you too.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I can get you
So
to the table. It's your
so,
opportunity.
so
Mm-hmm.
as much as we lead you to the water to drink, that water might not be your type of water. You might not
I
be
ain't gonna.
used to
Facts.
Fiji. You know what I'm saying? You might want Mountain Spring or something like you ain't used to the high class water.
I ain't
So
gonna
Mm-hmm.
say
Facts.
them twins.
it's different. It's different in overtime. Like the players there, they are the best players in the world. So they come in there to show you that they the best player in the world. The girl Sanaya Hall last year came in ranked 4th in the
Yeah, not to
26 class.
congratulate you on your accolades.
After she got done with the league, and she didn't even come back for the final four because she was at some school stuff. She went from 4 to ranked number 1 because she played against the girl Jersey Robinson out of Sierra Canyon, and
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
and she had 27, 8, and 7 or some wild number.
Oh, she
And
did.
Mm-hmm.
She
and,
went
don't-
out.
and think about it. Sanaya Hall playing on a team with Kalina Smith, who is the biggest name. Kalina in that game only had like 16 or 17 points, but it just showed
Mm.
the level of maturity as far as like, oh, Sanaya cooking, so I ain't finna get in her way. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And we ended up beating Jersey and them team by like 17 or 18 or whatever it was. It was the first game in the league play for us. and they was, they was quote unquote she the best player in the country, blah 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 blah. Of course, you know me, I did my scout. You know what I'm saying? We ran some double teams at us. You know what I'm saying? Had it looking
Did
like
what you
NBA.
needed to.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't no fool. I ain't finna just put you on the island and let you just go get 40. We ain't doing
I ain't
that.
that type of coach.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that. But
For
the
sure.
experience was good, man, and it's gonna be good for St. Louis kids. I hope that they relish that opportunity that they finna get as far as being able to be a part of the league. They got a Dreamers Academy thing coming up in May, where I think they invited all of them, all of these kids, like the St. Louis kids and other kids. They invited them to it. So I hope that
I love that.
I hope
you know
they
what I'm
do.
saying.
I hope they
Yeah,
do.
I hope they get up there and show out. Don't
For
just
facts,
do it. Get up
facts.
there and show your ass. You know
Hmm.
what
Hell
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Show why you belong up there.
And I
Yeah.
hope that they give me one of them. If they do make it, I hope that they give me one of the St. Louis kids, on my team or whatever. Because my
Yeah,
team,
that's
if
big for
if my,
you.
if my team come back intact, I mean, I do know that I'm gonna be coaching Kalina Smith again. They already told me that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
For year 2 in the league, but they didn't invite every coach back either.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't. You got to do
Dog
your
eat
thing
dog
when you get
world.
there. Yeah, you got to do your
No, for
thing when you
sure.
get there. So we'll see what it look
No,
like
for
for some
sure.
of those kids.
No, for sure, man. Hey, look, man. Thanks for coming on the podcast today, man. Hey, look, it's been special, man. Good talking to you, fool.
Yeah, we got something else for you lined up too, John. We'll tell
Huh?
you about that one later though.
Hey,
Hey,
they look. Stay tuned, man.
hey, no problem, man. Hey, y'all doing y'all thing, man. I see what y'all doing on social media as far as recording stuff. I remember being there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's a different type of grind that people don't understand. Ain't no money in it. You know what I'm
For
saying? But
Fact.
sure.
it's definitely a good thing to be able to show exposure, for you to grow your brand and for people to show support within the stuff that you do for free services. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And when people understand that, you'll get more support. Like I got a ton of support from other people once they realize that a lot of stuff I did for free. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
For sure.
And now that my company is where it is now, as far as the growth of doing events and being on the up and up, like you get a chance to sit down with mayors and all that type of stuff. Like you don't do no but
For
relish the
sure.
opportunity because of what the grind that you went through.
No,
Fact.
for sure, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man. For sure. For sure.
No
Yeah,
problem,
John, we
man. Hey,
definitely appreciate
anytime
it.
y'all want me to come on, man, just let me know, man. When I got time,
Hey,
I
no,
Hey,
for
I,
look,
sure.
I definitely come mess with y'all.
say no more.
Hey man, hey look, that's all the time we got, man. My boy John has stamped it, man. Todd's always stamping, giving no legs gonna stamp it.
No action, ain't no
Yo,
talk with me. I ain't got shit to lose. I pray to God these demons get up off of me. Then my blood brothers, gang members, they a spark for me. You can't live my life, but you can't walk up in the dark with me. Boy, I done did some shit that I can't talk about.